Dear students, today we are going to learn the basic proportionality theorem. The statement of the theorem is, if a line is parallel to one side of a triangle intersect other two sides in distinct points, then it divides that sides in proportion. This is the statement of the basic proportionality theorem. This theorem is also called as Thales theorem. What is the statement of this theorem? If a line is parallel to one side of a triangle, one triangle is given and one line is given, that one line is parallel to one side of the triangle, intersect other two sides in two distinct points. That line which is parallel to one side of the triangle will intersect other two remaining sides in two distinct points, two different points. Then what will happen? Then it divides, means that line divides that sides in proportion, equal proportion. That we have to see. According to this conditional statement, we draw the figure ABC. This is the triangle we consider. Then we consider another line L, which intersects side AB at point P and side AC at point Q. What we consider here, line L is parallel to side BC of triangle ABC, as well as line L is intersect side AB at point P and side AC at point Q, means line L intersect other two sides of the triangle in two distinct points. Given, from this we write given. When the statement is given in if-then form, then the part which is given after if, that part we are going to consider as given part, and the part after then, that we have to prove. Given in triangle ABC, line L parallel to side BC, as well as line L intersect side AB at point P and side AC at point Q. To prove, what we have to prove? That line here will divide other two sides in two distinct points, intersect other two sides into distinct points. Divide that line, divide that sides into proportion, means AP upon PB equal to AQ upon QC. That we have to prove. AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. If the given information is insufficient to prove the required things, then we assume some things that we call as construction. Here, join PC and BQ. Join PC and BQ. That we considered as a construction. Proof of the theorem. Here we are going to consider in triangle ABC. If we see from this side, first we have to see from this side. Then we observe the two triangles APQ and BPQ. Here we are going to consider some triangles. In the triangles, the name should be starting from the vertex of the triangle A, B or C. That thing you must have to keep in your mind. While writing the name of triangle, you must start from the vertex of the triangle, vertices of the triangle ABC. We know that area of triangle is equal to 1/2 base into height. Simple formula which we are going to learn from 5th standard. Area of triangle 1 by 2 base into height. From this point Q, if I draw perpendicular QM, draw QM perpendicular side AB. Draw QM perpendicular side AB. Then area of triangle APQ. Area of triangle APQ is equal to 1 by 2. Base is AP and height is QM. Denote it as equation number 1. Area of triangle APQ. Height QM and base we consider as AP. Now we enter in triangle BPQ. Area of triangle BPQ is equal to 1 by 2. Base we consider as PB into height. Height is also QM. Height is also QM. Denote it as equation number 2. Divide equation 1 by 2. Divide equation 1 by 2. Then we get area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle BPQ equal to 1 by 2 AP into QM, 1 by 2 PB into QM. Here QM same height will get cancelled. 1 by 2 will get cancelled. What we get? Area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle BPQ equal to AP upon PB. We denote it as equation number 3. If we see from left side towards the triangle ABC, then we observe the two triangles APQ and BPQ. APQ and BPQ. Now we see from this side. Then we observe the APQ first triangle. Area of triangle APQ. To find the area of triangle APQ, first we draw the perpendicular from point P. PN perpendicular AQ. Draw PN perpendicular AC. From vertex P, we draw one perpendicular, that is PN perpendicular AC. That PN is height of both the triangles, which we are going to consider. APQ, area of triangle APQ is equal to 1 by 2 into base is AQ, into height is PN. Height is PN. Equation 4. Now consider area of triangle CPQ. Area of triangle CPQ equal to 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into base QC and height PN, same height. Equation 5. Divide equation 4 by equation 5. We get area of triangle APQ. Area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle CPQ equal to 1 by 2 AQ into PN. AQ into PN upon 1 by 2 QC into PN. Again here same height will get cancelled. 1 by 2 will get cancelled. Then what will remain? We write in next step. Area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle CPQ equal to AQ upon QC. Denote it as equation number 6. We find area of triangle APQ, area of triangle BPQ, then we divide equation 1 by 2, we will get the equation 3rd, area of these two triangles, ratio of area of two triangles, and equation 6. If we observe the equation 3rd and equation 6, then the numerator of LHS of that both the equation is same. Area of triangle APQ, area of triangle APQ. Only change in denominator, that is area of BPQ and area of triangle CPQ. Can we say that? We think about the areas of the denominator triangles which are in denominator. Area of triangle BPQ, BPQ, this triangle, and area of triangle CPQ. Yes, the areas of the two triangles are equal, because in 9th standard we already learned if the two triangles lie between same parallels and having same base, then they have same area. Therefore, triangle BPQ and triangle CPQ lie on same base, that is PQ, and lie between same parallels, that is PQ and BC, BC and PQ. Therefore, area of triangle BPQ equal to area of triangle CPQ. Denote it as equation number 7. Now, if we observe equation 3rd, equation 6 and equation 7, then in equation 3rd and equation 6, the triangles which are in denominators, area of triangle BPQ and area of triangle CPQ are same, having same areas, which we are going to show in equation 7. Therefore, from equations 3, 6 and 7, we can say that LHS equal, therefore RHS also equal. RHS is AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. That we prove. AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC.